What's up, guys? Thanks for joining me. I just wanted to kind of ramble a little bit about my opinion of Cyberpunk and all the things I hear about it, and just kind of like give you my opinion of the game anyway. So I got a couple of little notes I wanted to go over, and basically just wanted to explain. So like my experience with Cyberpunk, I didn't know anything about Cyberpunk. I didn't play any of the old games or know any of the old lore or anything like that. I just came into it. It looked like, from what I heard, it looked like a pretty amazing game. Looks like they were putting a lot of work into it, and it looked like Blade Runner to me. And I like the movie Blade Runner. It's an awesome movie. So like that's all I kind of needed to know, is that there gonna be, there was gonna be a game like that. And from what I heard, it was gonna be a little bit like Fallout-ish, or like Knights of the Old Republic, where you make choices, and based on the choices you make, you'll have different outcomes. And any game like that, as long as it's a setting I like, I'm all down for that. So that alone kind of had me interested in it. I'm not someone that likes to read up on everything and know every last detail about an upcoming game I'm interested in. I like to not know really much at all. I like to be surprised. I don't like having expectations. I don't want to read other people's reviews and thoughts and all that stuff. I don't want any inside influence when I, get into these games. Because to me, it's like, what's the point of even playing if you already know everything about it? You already read every last freaking detail about the game, so why even play? So I'm not one of those gamers. I like to, be surprised by things. So I will say, like, after playing it, a one playthrough, the game basically to me is like I said, like Blade Runner, Fallout, Grand Theft Auto, the movie Akira. It's like all those things mixed together. It even has some like elements of like Metal Gear Solid. So I really enjoy that. Having to sneak around and all those types of things. So I guess I'll just go with the thing I disliked about the game, which is only really like one thing. The only thing I didn't like is that I picked like a corporate chick, and the story, I thought the story was going to be different. I thought it would go deeper, or that you would probably spend the majority of the game being part of a corporation, and then kind of like other things would tie into your life. But at the end of the day, the main story revolved around me being a corporate chick and had its own maybe storyline. It didn't work that way. Once I chose her, it's almost like I just chose a beginning. I started there and ended up in the streets and doing stuff, like any other player would. I did notice you do get some, in your conversations, there's like little perks to being corporate, so I'm assuming the other life choices have the same options. So yeah, I didn't like that part, but it wasn't a big deal. The game was still fun to me. I do see like people having complaints about the bugs in their version of the game. That's kind of understandable. But other than that, like to me, the game is awesome. Like I don't know, obviously people don't want bugs, but I don't know what more you could really ask for personally. The game has a little bit of everything. It has like some stealth missions, has some figuring out and hacking computers. It has story stuff. I even had like a puzzle, more of a puzzle quest, where I was in like a machine shop for cars, and I had to figure my way through because the machine shop was automated and had a virus. So you had to kind of like figure out what rooms to go to because there's electricity here, blah blah blah. So yeah, other than that, I've been enjoying the game a lot. I like how huge the city is. You can tell like they put a lot of work into this game. Like there's so much going on. It was like no wonder people's games and stuff crash, because there's just so much going on in the game. Yeah, you have people crossing the street, you have crosswalks, you have traffic, you have steam and stuff flying in the air, and people playing radios, and just all the stuff you would see in a normal, city setting. Yeah, so to me, it's like, of course there'd be bugs. And these days, like, what games drop and there's no bugs? Like, that's almost unheard of. It kind of always kills me when I mean, how many years we have to go through this where a new game comes out, there's bugs, and gamers start flipping out. It's like the dumbest thing. So that's why I don't read other people's, shit, because people act so shocked over shit that keeps happening over and over again. So you kind of like should be the other way. When a new game comes out, expect there to be bugs. But the number one thing for me is I'm playing for the story. I need the story to like guide me and make me want to play. If that wasn't there, I wouldn't even be playing this. If this was like a shooter or something, I wouldn't be playing it. But I love that aspect of this game. I love how I wish you could have people like with you at all times as companions and kind of just hop in and out of whatever you decide to do. I love that they actually text you and you can have like different options of what you want to text back, and based on what you say, obviously it changes the story. I like that as well as that, like any other game, they talk to you or they call you and you have options there. But I really like that they text you because that's what people do in real life. I kind of enjoyed watching the news and having fun watching their news. It helps give you like a perspective of the world you're in, and the the pop culture for that time period. So I really like seeing the news and also like the game's version of the future, what the future would be like, from how the TV screens are to like the internet to like corporations, the slang they use, calling people chooms and gonks and stuff. I really like all those little details. You can reverse engineer and make your own weapons and parts and stuff like that. I went the crafting route. I feel like this game is the perfect balance as far as difficulty goes. I started playing from the get-go on the hardest setting. If you know me, I play most of my games on the hardest setting possible. And it's not that hard on the hardest setting. It's pretty reasonable. So yeah, guys, that's my take on Cyberpunk. I think it's a pretty amazing game. I think everyone should just give it a chance with an open mind, give it a shot. I think most people will enjoy the game. And it's definitely a game I'm going to be playing for years to come. I have certain games I always play every year for like the past 10 years. For example, Fallout New Vegas, Knights of the Old Republic. There's like certain games I always at one point every year come back and play. And I already could tell within the first 2 days of playing Cyberpunk that it was going to be a game like that for me. So like I said, I went Corpo this time, and next time I'll have to decide what I'm going to do. I'm always switch it up, so next time I'll be a male. So I hope you liked this video. Please like and subscribe if you did like the video, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace out.
Still hangs in my closet, waiting for the right occasion.
Huh. I'm gonna hold you to that. Alright, let's do this. Whew, freezing ass water, here I come.
Okay. We're all set. You go first. Stay close behind me. And don't descend too fast.
Where are we headed, exactly?
About halfway to the deepest point. It'll be pitch black, but the currents are gentle. Ought to be safe. Want the precise coordinates?
No, why bother? I'll just stay close to you.
Okie dokes.
Virtues are more to you than just a way to churn out eddies, huh?
Well, duh. Think paintings, songs. They're meant to produce emotion responses.
Generally how any kind of creativity works, sure.
Next up, sound check. I'm gonna hum a song. You give me the title. Read me?
But I hear you just fine.
Need a wider range. Levels can't be short of perfect.
Down we go.
Played this moment coming back so many times in my head. Taken me years. Working up the nerve for this.
Why didn't you come earlier?
Good question. Easy answer would be that I didn't have time gear, stars weren't ever aligned. Truth is, the very idea just felt weird. Besides, didn't want to come here alone. Or with some rando. Flo's Diner, best eatery in town. Only one at that, too. Burgers weren't amazing, too greasy. Big. Of course, I say that now. Back then, they were the best thing I'd ever chewed and swallowed. And next door, that's where we lived.